Nepal, a tiny South Asian Himalayan country, a country which is known for Mount Everest and spirituality, and its dense cultural ties with its giant neighbor, India. But the relationship between India and Nepal have never been 100% sweet and prosperous. In 1950, India and Nepal signed a treaty of peace and friendship, which was essentially a continuation to the Treaty of Perpetual Peace and Friendship of 1923 between Nepal and British India. But the tension between Nepal and India has risen to a boiling point when Nepal accused India in 2015 for blocking supplies of fuel and medical to Nepal during 2015 earthquake, and India blamed Mahadeshi people for the blockade. But later, in 2016, blockade was broken and a resolution was taken. Not just that, in recent days, India and Nepal are having dispute over a Kalapani region between the border of India and Nepal. But let's address the elephant in the room, which is China. I feel my videos are essentially incomplete without talking about China. So Nepal Communist Party is currently ruling the democratic nation of Nepal. Very ironic, I know. The party is also known to be very much influenced by China and seems to be taking anti-India decisions in recent days, which should not be a shocker. But how good of a decision it will be for Nepal to go against a long-time cultural and economic ally, India? And what if these two countries go for a war against each other? If we just compare the military power of both the nations, it's just unfair for Nepal and it's just incomparable. India is a giant military powerhouse sprinting towards becoming a superpower, whereas Nepal is a small landlocked country with insignificant firepower and locked between two global giants. In case of an all-out war between India and Nepal, typically it should not take Indian army to run over Nepal more than a day. India might need a couple of mechanized or armored divisions on land and one ground strike squadron of Jaguars in air, and it will totally decimate Nepalese military. Nepal has little to no air defense capability, so Indian Air Force will have supremacy from day one. On land, Nepal does have hundreds of armored vehicles, but the major armored vehicle that Nepal operates is an MRAP built in India, which is very ironic. Overall, this small accumulation of firepower that Nepal has will be no match to entrusting Indian armored or mechanized division accompanied by relentless air support. So winning the war against Nepal will not be a tough nut to crack for India. But people may argue that Nepal might end up becoming India's own Vietnam, which I don't think so. Indian and Nepalese people have same culture. They understand each other in much more thorough way than US ever understood Vietnam. There's a huge Indian diaspora in Nepal which will be more than happy to assimilate with India. So what will be the benefit for India if it attacks Nepal? Well, for first, India will have a buffer zone between Indian border and Chinese border. Also, Nepal acts as a hub for Pakistani terrorists and Chinese communist modules to enter India. This will be stopped too. But this will also create lots of adverse situations for India. China might not go into a full-fledged war against India, but China will support Nepal directly like they supported North Korea in Korean War. And veto against India is inevitable. And a fast economically growing country like India would never want that. Nepal basically relies on India for supplying of vital resources. No other nation can supply Nepal with goods and services with much cheaper price. Not even China due to logistical reasons. I am sure Nepal and India are not going to a war, but if they do, it will be very humiliating defeat for Nepal and extremely problematic for India in long run. It's better that these two countries strengthen their ties and make peace. If you like these kind of videos, then please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Spearhead, over and out.